I've been asked this question quite a few times on the channel in comments. How would you reboot Power Rangers? For the longest time, I had no answer. I really didn't know what to say, but the other day, a light bulb really went off.
Perfect!
Hey everybody, sorry it's been a very long time since I've done a video. As you can see, there's lots of stuff going on in my life right now. The last place I've been recording videos, that wall is gone. I knocked it down. I'm doing some renovation. You can see insulation over there. There's no cleaning up this background, so I apologize. I wish it was a much cooler video background, but you know, that's what we're going with. But anyway, let's get on to the future of Power Rangers. First off, we really need to do a Power Ranger animated series.
No!
I was opposed to this for a very, very long time. The joy is in the live action. That's what makes it so great, in that it's been live action for 30 years. It would really suck if that just went away.
It's just allergies.
But if you turn on Disney Junior or Nickelodeon, it's all animated, or at least mostly animated. And these shows, a lot of them, steal from Power Rangers. Power Rangers created a really specific formula in TV. 3 to 6 members of a team with representation in different ethnicities and genders. A base or command center for them, oftentimes with a mentor around, a robot assistant, or computer program to help them. Morphing sequences. Episodes are self-contained, focused on a specific character. They fight a villain, they learn a lesson.
Okay, this is amazing.
Now, I have kids, and I have watched a lot of these different animated shows.
It's not the same. It is the same.
Spidey and his amazing friends. It's a 3-person team with representation. There's a web quarters with a mentor, Webster, and Tracy, a robot companion. Self-contained episodes where the members of the team learn something, and usually it's a focus on one of those characters. Oh, and they also have risk communicators. PJ Mask, a 3-person team with representation. Headquarters, PJ Robot, self-contained episodes where they learn a lesson. Paw Patrol, a 6-member team with girl representation and different breeds of dogs. Does that count? I think that counts. A Lookout Tower, Ryder, their mentor, and Robo Dog. Self-contained episodes where they all learn a lesson as well. I could go on and on. There's shows like Super Kitties that really take from this formula, and then there's shows like Mini Force, which is quite literally just a complete ripoff of Sentai.
Just stop.
Power Rangers could gain so much traction by having a kid-friendly animated series, and they might as well, because everyone else is stealing from Power Rangers anyway and having great success at it. It would actually help fund the franchise. I've spent more money on Spidey and the Amazing Friends than I have in Power Rangers for many years. I mean, bedspreads, clothes, pajamas, toys, fruit snacks. I mean, I feel guilty when I have children for spending money on collecting. And I know there's people who do the Lightning collection, but there's a lot of parents out there who just don't feel like they can spend that money. This is a way for them to actually help the franchise a little bit, spend that money for their kids, but also improve on something they really like as a franchise. It would be a huge game changer for Power Rangers.
This is great.
I know there's a lot of people thinking, no, absolutely not. I don't want an animated series for kids. That's like getting, that's not the right point. And I was with you. I thought it would take away from the heart of Power Rangers, but then I read the first issue of the Power Rangers Boom comic series. Not the actual comic book, but the foreword written by Judd Chiplin. Now, Judd Chiplin was a producer on Power Rangers for a very long time, worked on the franchise many, many years, and he wrote in this foreword, these comics have no budget restraints. In live action, every explosion or stunt costs money, but the possibilities in the comic are limitless, as where the show, they had to cut back on ideas because you just can't do it. The same thing can be with animation. As you can see with shows like The Clone Wars, this epic galactic war would have cost billions of dollars to produce. It had to do it in live action. This would give Power Rangers the ability to do these amazing, gigantic storylines. But my real thought about why this animation could be so cool for fans is the cameos.
Oh yeah!
It would be easy to get any Ranger from any season. Just a simple voiceover from an actor in Hollywood or New Zealand. It could bring back characters from other shows like Mystic Force or Beetleborgs. I actually have a video of a fan fiction I wrote about a crossover between Jungle Fury and Dino Charge, And that type of thing could actually happen. They could do that with no problem at all. Have the two Purple Rangers meet each other. And some of these animated shows have unbelievable guests that you would never think of. The show Blaze and the Monster Machines have had a ton. My son watched that show a lot. And I mean, just to name a few of the people, Weird Al Yankovic, Jim Rash, Carl Reiner, Anthony Anderson, Joe Magaello. I can't say, I should have practiced these before. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wow.
Someone like Bryan Cranston or Alex Borstein, who both did Power Rangers early on in their career, could make a return to Power Rangers. Time commitment is very minimal, and they can record it in any studio, theoretically. Now, there was a big controversy when Amy Jo Johnson didn't want to do the 30th anniversary episode, Once and Always. I actually had a video all about that, talking about it. Check that out if you haven't. She stated that she didn't have any desire at her age to get into the spandex again. Maybe doing a voiceover would be something that would be a lot more appealing to her. Now, once you open your mind to this idea, wow, really, what could happen? I know I haven't answered the question yet. How would you reboot the series? Well, the idea finally came to me the other day. My family was on vacation, so we just had to watch whatever was on. And this show about Ladybug and Cat Noir came on, and I had never seen it before. It's been around for over 10 years now, but I had never seen it. It's a basic superhero show for kids, but what I found really, really interesting about this show is that it takes place in Paris. Now, as Power Ranger fans, we've pretty much always had our seasons based in California, and besides like in space, those cities were always fictional. They weren't real cities. So it sprung an idea to me. Netflix starts up not one, but 3 or 4 different Power Ranger teams, all based in different iconic cities across the world. And maybe they could put the theme of the team sort of a part of whatever culture that is. The basis of the show could be that the United Alliance of Evil have come down and they're attacking Earth, and each city is being attacked by a different general, hence the main villain for each team. Power Rangers is dubbed in a lot of different countries, and it'd be really cool to see these countries actually use those voice actors as the main people for their teams. So if someone in, let's say, Norway was doing the dubbing, maybe they could do the American version and have their natural accent be a part of it. The great payoff of this whole idea would be that you could do amazing crossover specials. Maybe the American Rangers team up with the African Rangers. That would be so cool to see. The options are limitless. We could even jump on the dog, bandwagon and have a whole Power Ranger team of dogs. You can do whatever you want. Or have a show that is based on just one specific character. Like maybe we could have a whole story about men going across the world helping with other teams. And what would be great is that every year we could have a new team from a different country that comes in. This would be a really cool way to bring back old teams too. Just because you have one season with a team, their season may be done, but you could constantly bring them back for specials or episodes here and there. And of course, you could always bring back former Rangers. It'd be a cool way to teach kids about different cultures of the world. I actually have some Austrian heritage, and I really know nothing about that culture, but it'd be really cool to see a whole team based maybe in Vienna. Maybe their theme is music, because Vienna is very popular for classical music, and it would be cool to see if they could somehow capture the pop culture of Vienna or Austria and sort of teach some things to kids all around the world about that specific culture. The show Bluey is massive right now, and it all takes place in Australia, of course. My kids use a lot of Australian slang from that show, which is very cool, I think. That's cool that we are mixing. We have this ability now with the way streaming is and the way everything goes that we can start to learn about each other's cultures more and more. I love the idea of that. You could even do a series like Tales of the Jedi does, where we just have random crossovers that we never got to do in the original Power Rangers, like maybe 2 Purple Rangers meeting each other, huh? You should check out the video if you want. I think it's pretty good. I don't know. I just think it's pretty good. Or like the Samurai team and the Megaforce team never had a crossover. We could do Ninja Storm meets Ninja Steel. Or a special where we get all the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers together, all of them. We could even have an episode where grown-up Justin meets with Robo Justin, and they fight bad guys together. As Judd Chiplin said in his foreword, there really are no restraints. Now, thank you for holding on in this video, because I know there's people who are thinking, Casey, this is the total opposite of what we want. We want more mature Power Rangers. This children-focused Power Rangers would help fund the adult stuff that we want to see, the more mature Power Rangers. It would give us more wiggle room if something doesn't do as well as we really want it to. I mean, Disney has been doing this with Marvel and Star Wars like crazy. When they have something that totally flops, it's not a big deal because they have all these kid content that is basically funding the brand anyway. And the Power Ranger episode formula is perfect for little kids. The more mature audiences, it's not really the same. Streaming services have really started to change the whole bottle episode, or just a one and done sort of feeling episode. And now everything's kind of along the lines of an 8 to 12 episode full story arc that we can watch all at once, much like Cosmic Fury did. Definitely need to start seeing a more connected story arc for Power Rangers for the more mature shows. But it would allow Power Rangers to start venturing off into this more mature world and have a bit of a safety net. But I would like to see a completely new Power Ranger team start, a more mysterious sort of involvement. May we uncover a lot of plot twists between characters we didn't really know all that well. But getting into animation can be something that even adults can enjoy, as Tales of the Jedi or the Jurassic World shows have shown. I mean, my son has watched those. I watch them with him, and I won't let him watch them without me because I like them so much.
Pretty cool, huh?
But there's a middle ground that can be developed, and adults could get a lot of value out of these animated series. If you could pick an animated series that you want to see happen, whether that's something from your country or your world, what would you want them to do? Let me know below. I love seeing what people think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully by the next time I do a video, all of this will be done. Bye.